Hello students, JEE Advanced examination is totally analytic type. It means you need a profound knowledge to solve the sums on JEE Advanced examination, and today we are going to solve complex number. And remember one thing, that complex number regularly, if we see the previous year question paper, every year question came on complex number. Not only one, number of questions are coming from the complex number, or sometimes complex number directly, sometimes complex number associated with some chapters. So let's solve one concept based question on complex number. The question is telling, on the complex plane, the parallelogram formed by points 0, z, 1 by z and z plus 1 by z has the area 35 by 37 if the real part of the z is positive and a is the smallest value of mod of z plus 1 by z. We need the box of a square. Okay, so what we'll do now? Now let us draw one structure, argon diagram, and most importantly we know that for any parallelogram, if the coterminous edges are A and B and angle is theta and area of the parallelogram is what is there? This is AB sine theta, that we know very well. Let us draw one parallelogram. This is, suppose z means sum x comma y, and 1 by z means this side 1 by z. I am drawing a rough diagram, and given that given here that the positive real part is the positive quantity. Okay, so and this is the resultant, everybody. The resultant is z plus 1 by z. Okay, and if it is theta, then this is coming to theta, this is coming to be 2 theta. Okay, and therefore we are drawing this, and let z equal to r into e to the power I theta. Then 1 by z is what? 1 by r into e to the power minus I theta, and z bar is coming r into e to the power minus I theta. Okay, now we are going to the area. Area is given 35 by 37. So area is coming what? Mod z into 1 by z, a into b, coterminous edges. Just see and understand. Here it is coming to be a into b and included angle sine theta. Here it is 2 theta. Therefore, I can say here sine 2 theta. According to the question, this is coming to be what? 35 by 37. Therefore, I can say sine 2 theta equal to 35 by 37. This is coming to be sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta is coming to be 35 by 37. Now, what is needed? Needed is the value of mod of z plus 1 by z. So, as we know that mod of z square equal to z into z bar, that we know. Therefore, I can say here that mod of z plus 1 by z whole square equal to what? Equal to z plus 1 by z into z bar plus 1 by z bar. Okay, now let's multiply, and as we know that z into z bar equal to mod z square. Therefore, this is r square. Mod z means r, so this is coming to be r square. So I can write here what I can write, that is coming to be r square plus 1 by r square plus e to the power I 2 theta plus e to the power minus I 2 theta. Why I can say z by z bar? Just see one thing here, z by, if we multiply here, z into z bar plus 1 by z bar plus z by z bar plus z bar by z. This is the calculation. Now, if I just wipe some place here, if I delete some place here, so we'll get more and more spaces. So just you understand, z by z bar, what I can write, that is r e to the power I theta, and z bar is what? R e to the power minus I theta, that is e to the power minus I 2 theta. So this is the calculation. So just thinking this in mind, I have drawn the calculation. Plus, so what we'll do? Cos 2 theta plus e to the power I theta plus e to the power minus I theta. Okay, I am writing and saying e to the power I theta plus e to the power minus I theta. We know that e to the power I theta is cos theta plus I sin theta, and e to the power minus I theta is cos theta minus I sin theta. If we cancel, we are getting 2 cos theta. Okay, so here I am writing that is coming to be r square plus 1 by r square plus 2 cos, since the angle is 2 theta, 2 cos 2 theta is coming here. This is coming to be 2 cos 2 theta. So now what we'll do, that is sin theta is given to be 35 by 37 here. This is sin theta is given to be 35 by 37. Now we have to find the cos 2 theta. What we'll do here, that is r square plus 1 by r square plus 2 root over 1 minus sin square 2 theta. And we can write here r square plus 1 by r square. Okay, what I am getting here? I am getting here 1 minus sin square theta is plus 2 into root over 1 minus 35 square by 37 square. That is, if we do the calculation here, I have to write some part from here. I have to write some part from here. If we write some part from here, we are getting here. What I am getting here? I am getting that is coming to be r square plus 1 by r square. Obviously, you can understand that AMGM is the most important tool for any entrance examination. Whenever any minimum value, maximum value, you always think in 99% cases that AMGM, then max min. Okay, first AMGM will think. So in this case, what we'll do is see the 2 a square minus b square 37 square minus 35 square by 37 square. Okay, so 37 plus 35, that is 72. 37 minus 35, 2. Just some calculation you have to practice. Obviously, when you are giving this type of examination, and you have to practice this calculation. Okay, so 72 into 2, that is 12 square. So I can write here. I can write here, everybody, what that is. What was there in this case? Z plus 1 by z whole square. I can write here r square plus 1 by r square plus 2 into 12 by 37. Now r square plus 1 by r square, what to do? What to do? Obviously, I think you have understood. You have understood the calculation. So AM greater than equal to GM. If we apply AM greater than equal to GM, now I can say that r square plus 1 by r square by 2 greater than equal to root over r square into 1 by r square. So they are getting cancelled. So r square plus 1 by r square greater than equal to 2. Its minimum value is 2. Okay. Now I can write here that is coming to be, that is 2 plus 24 by 37. And now if I come to the box of this, because its box calculation is needed, the question is what? Question is given that A is the minimum value of the mod of z plus 1 by z and mod of a square. So mod of a square is this thing. Therefore, its box mod of, sorry, I am telling mod, it is actually box. Box of a square equal to box of 2 plus, this is coming to be 24 by 37. That is coming to be 2, and sum is over. And answer is coming to be 2. So everyone, this type of sums I'll give number of times, more and more sums I'll give. So study well, everyone.